さあ今回なんですけどね、今左上に出ている通りなんですけど、タラナーさんをねちょっと迎えに行こうかなと。どんだけ待たせんねんって話なんだよね。本当にあの人多分怒っててもおかしくないと思う。全然アーロイ来ねえなって思いながら多分。結構近づいてきたな。そろそろだと思うんだけど。あ、ここか。なんか集落みたいになってる。駅地キャンプ。あ、普通にいる。どうしよう。ちょっと先にこっちのちょっと噂から。
I hear the Tanakh are fighting each other quite a bit these days.
ああ、まあでしょうね。
Some of them contain machines. Those you've got to be real
ベガーラの
careful.
ことだろうな。
We've seen a whole bunch of them setting up outposts around here.
ああ、そうな
Spotted
んだ。
one just west of here.
基
A
本
few
的
settled
に
at the edge of the desert in the
こ
southwest.
の旅人たちは逆賊の居場所を教えてくれるんだな。多分
Really helps a fellow sleep at night.
Just make sure you steer clear of them.
そうだね。ありがとう情報。
Those rebels are bad business. I'll keep an eye out for them while I'm out here.
そうだね。それはちょっと動画外でやりましょうか。タラナーさんお久しぶり。
Glad to see you made it.
ごめんね、遅くなっ
Thanks
ちゃ
to
って
the。secret passage through your base. It was quite a sight.
Secret passage? Don't let the others hear you say that, or you'll have a lot of Oseram knocking at your door.
And you are?
This is Raggard. He's a scout with this caravan. He says Amadis was here.
ほう。
He joined up with our expedition right before we went through the tunnel. After we made camp here, I set out to do some scouting. I also made peace offerings to the Tanakh for trespassing in their territory. Amadis wanted me to ask around about some place called the Rot.
What did you find out?
Most I learned was that it's where the Tanakh took their prisoners. Somewhere far to the west near Thornmarsh, the lowland clan's capital. He set out to find it not long after.
On his own?
I tried to warn him, but he was dead set on going.
ああ、一人で行っちゃったんだ。石膏ですか。
So you're a scout for this crew. Anything I should know about the area?
Where to start? Down south, we got a trio of
あ、それも
Oseram
行っ
trying
て
to
きたな。
delve into the ruins of the sand.
Moreland and his showman.
Yeah, that's the fellow.
いやー、
They're
非
quite
常
a
に仲良く
spectacle
な
on
れ
their
そうな
own,
いいやつ
let
ら
me
でした
tell
ね。
you. And then there are all the other folk who broke away as soon as we got to this side of the tunnel.
ほう。
Salvagers,
ああ、なるほ
explorers.
どなるほど。オセラム
All
の
sorts of
その
daring
一般ピーポー
adventurers.
の方々ね。
Just how many of you were there?
Enough to lose track, that's for sure. I've also spotted some rebels a while back too. Seems like they've been patrolling the desert. Heard all about the rebellion from the Tanakh up in Scalding Spear. That's the desert clan's capital, north of
あ
here.、
一回行っ
Sounds
た
like
な。
you've really gotten to know the area.
It's what I do.
ネッサのところはなんかボクシング大会みたいなのがあって、そこで
Did
一回行っ
Amadis
た。
say anything about why he was heading to the Rot?
Afraid not. He was a man of few words.
Sounds like him. Did he look okay to you?
More or less. He seemed shaken when we learned the tunnel had collapsed behind us. But then again, so was everyone around here.
まあそうだろうな。
What happened when you went through the tunnel?
Nothing. Our crew split into two groups to pass through. Everyone here was part of the first crossing. Aside from some pitch-black passages, it was quiet. Whatever befell the second group spared us. Steel Spark be praised. But you best talk to Porgov about that. He knows a bit more than I do.
ポルガフね。オッケー、ありがとう。
Thanks, Raggard. This has been helpful.
Hope you find him.
Okay, I'll head for Thornmarsh. Meet me there.
Hold on.
What?
You're willing to go to the ends of Tanakh's territory to find this guy. No hesitation.
Of course, he's one man alone in the Forbidden West. I'm just worried about him.
I think it's more than that. I'll meet you near the lowland capital. But then, you're going to tell me who Amadis really is.
Fine. I'll lay low, north of the village. See you there.
タラナーのいい人かい親戚のおっちゃん身が強いよし、またサブクエが出てきてしまったが、まずは、トゲの沼沢なるところでタラナーさんに会いに行きましょう。トゲの沼沢来た。よし、あ、タラナーさんいた。お待たせ。遠かったわ、めっちゃ。いる？
Thorn Marsh. Quite a sight, isn't it? Never thought I'd find myself this deep in Tenakth territory.
いや、テナークスだらけだった、本当に。
I've been keeping my head down. Had to duck into the swamps a couple of times to avoid Tenakth patrols.
Well, I'm here now. So spill it. Who is Amadis, really?
Like I said before, he helped me put a stop to a hunter-killer machine out in the wilds.
それは聞いたよ。
At
それ
first, he
で
thought I was just another hunter from the lodge who only cared about the biggest machine trophy. And I thought he was just a grouchy hermit living in the woods. But then he trusted me with the truth. Told me how the Red Raids took everything from him. Seeing that side of him, I don't know, changed things.
You love him, don't you?
I think I might, yeah.
Then why did you part ways?
When he told me how he failed to save the woman from his past, I told him how I made peace with my father and brother's deaths. He realized he needed to do the same on his own.
Wait. When we searched that Red Raid's battlefield together, you said he'd lost someone close to him there. I thought you meant a fellow soldier.
She was. Women aren't allowed to serve in the Karja army, but Nessa disguised herself so she could. Amadis kept her secret. When he left to come out west, he promised he'd send word that he was alright, but his letter never came.
So you set out to find him.
And when we do, I'll have words for him for leading us on this wild goose chase.
Well, at least I kind of understand now. Amadis thought Nessa died on the battlefield. But when he learned that the Tenakth took prisoners back west, he kept going. So I guess now we find this prison, the Rot.
I did some scouting while I was waiting. I think I might have found the way.
Lead on then.
いや、調査ドローンが近くにあるので、そっちもね、非常に気になるん
Think
ですよ
Nessa
ね。
might still be alive?
I doubt it. Any Karja prisoners from the Red Raids would have been killed or returned home by now.
Then what's Amadis after?
I think he just needs to know.
まあね、自分でちゃんと決着はつけたいよね。それはわかる。あ、訓練場もある。綺麗なところだね。なんか心が洗われると思ったら、ああいうね、トラップが引いてあるんですよね。人間の業って深いよね。誰だよこんな。お、なんだ、アマディス。
That's him.
わあ、すごいな、すごいな、やるな。
Come on.
Got you.
We've got your back.
最悪ロー。あ、しまった。いや、間違えた。やってくれる。ちょっと待って、それはすごいな。あいつめっちゃ投げてくるじゃん。ちょっとガバエイムが過ぎるかも。氷が効くの。あ、そうなんだ。 氷の矢あったかな。なくない？これか、爆弾ならあるな。うえうい痛すぎる。よし、あれ狙うの大変だな。どうした。いや、なかなかに大変だった。これ中にあるの炎を中に置いてるって感じ？あ、違うな、燃えてただけか。なるほど。かっこよく飛び越える予定だったんだけどな、うまくいかなかった。もう一回。よし、こんにちは。
Talana,
You were supposed to let me know you were okay.
I was going to send the message right after I crossed into the desert with an Oseram caravan. But when it became clear that the tunnel had collapsed behind us, I figured the only thing I could do was press on. Seeing as you found a way out here, however, clearly I was wrong. I'm sorry. The last thing I wanted was to worry you.
So, you must be Amatis.
And you must be Aloy. Talana's told me a lot about you. And I guess you must know about me.
A little. We know you're headed for the rot. But where are you hoping to find there?
A clue. Or a shred of one. Anything about Ness's fate. Maybe she died on the battlefield. Or maybe she wasted away in that prison. Either way, I have to know.
Talana told me about you and Nessa during the Red Raids. But you kept her secret.
We were both assigned to the Southern Spear Division. Our orders were to push into Tanakh territory through the tunnel. She was proud to serve the Sundom at first. But as the atrocities mounted, we both saw the raids for what they were.
And the two of you grew close?
We did what we could to protect innocent lives. It felt like we were the only ones who objected to the slaughter. And yes, we were close. Until the Battle of the Burning Blooms.
What happened at the Battle of the Burning Blooms?
I had intel that the Tanakh forces were greater than we had anticipated. I tried to convince my commander to halt the attack. He was a drunken lout. And when I threatened to reveal his incompetence to Karja High Command, he pulled a knife on me. So I killed him.
In self-defense.
It was still murder. I was condemned, but I thought at least I could still save Nessa. I was too late. By the time I got to the battle, the fields were already burning. Her soldiers slaughtered or missing. What's more, the commander I had killed was from a powerful noble house. They put a bounty on my head. I've been on the run ever since.
But the Red Raids are long over. Sun King Avad would pardon you if he knew...
The Sun King can't help me.
A pardon from Avad won't stop bounty hunters eager to claim their prize.
So, you and Talana, sounds like the two of you had an adventure out in the wilds.
Clawstriders, a hunter-killer, mercenaries, a shell snapper. Nothing could get in her way.
A scruffy hermit in the woods certainly tried.
That was foolish of him, in hindsight.
なんかいい感じだけどな、ネッサの存在がちょっとなんか三角関係をもたらしそうな気がする。
Well, we're here now, so let's head to the rot.
I can't ask you to come with me. I feel bad enough you've come this far.
ここまで来て帰れって方が無理だ
just to
ろ。
leave you now.
同じこと言ってるわ。
We'll see this through together.
I know better than to try to talk you out of it.
よくわかってる。
Come then. The rot's not far. The rot's along the shore, but we'll have to stick to the woods to avoid being seen.
わかった。
How did you find it?
I overheard a Tanakh patrol from the nearby village talking about it. Figured it out from there.
What were you gonna do if we hadn't found you? Take it on alone?
あ、異物
I
も出て
only
きちゃった。
questioned one guard. Figured I'd grab someone when they're by themselves.
Well, any of us.
We're getting close. Just a little further. There it is. The rock.
Those are Regal's rebels. They're waging civil war against the rest of the Tanakh. They must have taken over the prison.
And they would have killed any of the guards. They were my last hope of finding out if Nessa was there.
Maybe not. There might still be some clue inside.
Even after all this time?
Aloy can see much more than you or I.
And let's do it. Any scrap of hope is better than nothing.
We'll have to find another way in. The front gate looks impenetrable.
And there's no way we're scaling those walls.
You two stay here. I'll see if I can find another way in and get that gate open. I should check around the sides. Might be a way in from the water.
よし。こっそり入る感じね。で鎖の地ってあれだよね。あれの入り口か。まあ、外周を巡ってればどこかから行けるでしょう。なんか登れるところがあったらそこからもう侵入できると思う。あ、すげえ。え、海？ここどこでか？なんか海っぽいところに到着したな。サブクエで来てよかったんだろうと。でもアーロイがあれあれだね。アーロイが早くタラナのとこ行かなきゃって何回も言ってたからね。え、全然登れるところがないんだけど。あ、オッケーオッケーオッケー。ここから侵入できそう。
Gotta get to the main gate to let Talana and Amadison.
よし。あ、いるね。やっぱいるよね。それはいるわ。
Any sign of the enemy?
Feeling antsy. Need to get some training in.
めっちゃいるな。どうしよう。紫ボックスはちょっと取れないのね。さすがに今。上行っても見つかるよね。多分。向こう側行ってるのならいいけど。これ何？デスブリンガー砲だ。もし戦闘になっちゃった時はこれを使おう。で、あいつ戻ってくるからやれるでしょ。
Tired of all the complaining around here.
バレないようにいけるかな。この辺でやるか。よし。
If I can get the main gate open, Talana and Amadis can help me clear out the rest of this place.
これひょっとして開けたら強制的に戦闘突入？
Could use some action. Yeah.
え、どこ？もう一個向こうで合ってるかな。あ、ぶね。めっちゃ正面いたわ。あ、あれは。あ、捕虜だ。 ってことはあの捕虜たちの中にネッサがいるかもしれないと。そういうことか。あっちもいるなあ。困った。あっちも2人いるな。あ、やばい。やばい。いける。ダメでした。ごめんなさい。
You're in trouble now.
うい。よし、オッケー。助けて。あ、開けられない。門を下げる。あ、いけた。オッケー。おお、やるね。いいぞ、ナイス。もう正面から突破するしかないね、ここまで来たら。やはり私にスニーキングは無理だった。よし。で、あとはもう逆賊を倒すだからいいのか、別にバレてしまっても。ああ、ちょっと予想と違った。あ、なんかある。ちょっと今じゃないけど、絶対今読むところじゃないけど読んじゃう。犬の毛の塊がたった今プールに浮いてた。これで今週に入って5回目だ。何も知らないケトラスさんは危うく息を詰まらせるところだったぞ。絶対106号室のあの連中たちだ。ワンワン吠える声が聞こえたからな。またあれは人間の毛だとか野田模様だったら俺は。ここの壁は薄いです。ストレスを発散したいって気持ちは私だって分かりますが、鼓膜が破れそうなほどの音量を出す必要はありますか？しかしもう流してる内容も内容だし、なんだろう、何を流してるんだろう。配送のトラックが、毎朝です。配送のトラックがあの倉庫の前に止まると匂いが漂ってくるんです。この部屋はもうビーガンの誕生日パーティーで出た生米みたいな匂いになっちゃうんですよ。これじゃ誰かが死体を捨てたって気づかれないと思います。とにかく大変だな、苦情処理する人たちって。さあ、汚物は消毒のお時間です。これ普通の戦場だったら捕虜倒されちゃってるというか、人質に取られちゃってもおかしくないよね。こんにちは。ひどい虐殺を見た。そしてデスブリンガー砲がここにもある。いいですね。まずはこっちを。あとはもう私がもともとピンつけてただけかな。やばい、ここで弾切れとは。何これ、インフェルノボムランチャー。名前がかっこいい。おお、これはまたうい。あれダメか。あんまり飛距離は出ないんだな。なんかすげえ主人公をよろしく避けまくってる。あっぶねえ。これが欲しかった。しょうがない。あ、 矢玉が切れてる。よし。あそんな
End of the line, Outlanders.
That device is gonna call a machine.
やる。あーでも機械は来るだろうな多分。うまくいった？あー大丈夫。タイドリッパーだ。めっちゃ厄介。よし。とりあえずまずはこの部品どもを壊しまくって、お前の体力をケチョンケチョンにしてやる。あんまりだ。あんまりだよ。強い。全然ね当たらない。よし当たった。危ない。あれよし。もう一回。よし OK。 いいですね。非常に綺麗な戦闘でした。はい、ちょっと待ってください。ダイダルディスク。何それ、かっこいい。あ、でもワイヤーしか入ってない。名前負けしてるな。独房の扉を開こう。さあ、ネッサがいるかどうか。
Door's locked, but that last rebel had a key on it.
女性の姿はなさそう。
Freed by Karja. Have we not been humiliated enough?
It's not their fault you were locked up in your own prison.
I'm looking for information about a Karja soldier. She might have been a prisoner here 5 years back. Her name was Nessa.
The Karja Nessa was here.
何？
I killed her myself.
Nessa.
I'll handle this. Go secure the grounds.
It's you, isn't it?
この人がネッサ。
Nessa, how?
It's
Why?
Rataka.
Let me get this straight. You were Nessa. You were brought here as a prisoner during the Red Raids and then became Tenakth?
The Karja forbid women from military service. I lived my life pretending, ashamed of who I really was. But the Tenakth measure a soldier only by their strength and resolve. So I took my place among them.
Nessa. Rataka. I've mourned you for 5 years. Why didn't you let me know you were alive?
I had a new life. I wasn't going back. Not even for you, Amadis.
新しい生き方を選んでしまったわけか。また捕まったのかっていうすごい煽り散らかしてる選択肢があるけど、ちょっと選ぼう。また捕まったのか。
So if you became Tenakth, how did you end up as a prisoner here again?
My squad was ordered to retake the rot from Regala's rebels. We failed.
Considering how much Regala seems to hate the Karja, I'm surprised her rebels let you live.
You're right. I'd be dead if they knew. But few Tenakth remember who I once was.
ああ、なるほど。テナークスになるには。
If you were brought here as a prisoner, how did you become Tenakth?
I knew it was only a matter of time before the Tenakth killed me and the others who were held
あれ
captive.
かな、ファラシャと同じ。
One of their
Falacia.
soldiers stopped in front of my cell, asked how a woman had ended up fighting for the
Oh.
Mad Sun King. As he spoke, I realized he was once Karja.
ファシャーブ。
Fashav.
I heard how he fell at the embassy. He deserved a better death than that. The other prisoners he condemned to death, but he convinced the Tanakh to let me fight for my life. I won through blood and blade. I became Ritaka and never looked back.
同じ試練を生き残ったのか。後悔はないのか。
You were willing to wear a disguise so that you could serve in the Karja army. Do you miss being Karja at all?
No. The Red Raids showed me there was no honor in fighting for the Karja. And when my comrades and I were brought here as prisoners, we knew no one would ever come for us.
I would have, had I known.
It's better this way. Beneath my Karja armor, I found I had the blood of a Tanakh.
ああ、新しい。ああ、そうか。アマディスとの関係がどうなるか。そうだね、確かに。ちょっと意外。
I didn't abandon you. Before the battle, I tried to get G'daiah to call off the attack, but of course, he didn't listen. I ended up killing him.
Then he got what he deserved.
I ran for the battlefield to find you. But you were already gone by the time I got there.
I didn't know. But even if I did, I mourned you, and then I moved on.
そうか。
What will you do now?
You've taken back the rot. My squad will ensure it stays that way.
So this is it? After everything we've been through, this is goodbye.
It has to be. My place will always be here, and yours is back east. I'm sorry that you've suffered. You deserve better than how the last 5 years have treated you. I'll make sure you're granted safe passage out of the lowland. Consider it Nessa's final farewell.
やりきれないな。
At least now you know the truth.
Somehow it hurts worse.
まあ。
You must think I'm an idiot.
No, I just think you have a lot to figure out.
タラナにとってはいいことだったかもね。
After that, I don't know.
Talana, I understand. I'm sorry it came to this.
Me too. Give me an Aloy a moment.
Are you alright?
To be honest, no.
What's going to happen between you two?
I'm not sure. He clearly has a lot more feelings to sort through. And I won't be anyone's second choice. I want you to have this. For seeing this through with me. No hawk could ask for a better thrush. Or a better friend.
おー、友達って言葉は初めて聞いたな。
You're heading back east.
I think I'll hang around Barren Light for a while, before returning to Meridian. If you find yourself back that way, look for me there.
I will. Safe travels, Talana.
はあ、まあ一件落着ではあるか。そうだよね。まあきついはきついけど。そうだね。じゃあ早速行ってもいいか。ちょっとショードの光行きましょうか。ありがたい。
Still waiting.
For what?
You know.
For a decent meal, a warm bath, a gentle hug.
An apology.
For doing my job?
For keeping me locked up when I was innocent.
ああ、はいはいはいはい。
that.
エクリプスの。
I'm sorry,
Yeah?
but I'm not going to apologize.
Oh, I knew you were gonna do that.
なんだかんだ仲良さそう。あらな、久しぶり。
I guess
久しぶりでもないか。
Amadas went on his way.
We parted once we were inside the gates. I promised I'd see him back to the Sundom,
So
and
ka.
I did.
I'm sorry you went through all of that just to break things off in the end.
I'm not.
Really.
I don't want to be with him while he's still holding on to Nessa. Maybe he'll never let go. Or maybe when he's figured himself out. Who knows? All I can say right now is that there's no one quite like him.
That sounds...
その花はもらった花かな。なん
Taking
かい
down
ろ
a
いろ想像しちゃ
Thunderjaw
う。
is easier. One day you'll know what I mean.
I don't know about that.
That's what I used to say. As for me, I have the Hunter's Lodge to get back to. rushes to train, bigoted nobles
な
to
ん
boot
だ
out.
よ、一緒に来てく
But
れ
hey,
ないの？
look, the one good thing out of all of this mess was that I got to spend time with you
いや、
again.
こちらこそ。
I'll miss you, Talana.
Well, whenever you take down a big machine out there, just remember that I'm back east taking down something bigger.
Okay, you're on.
Come here. Until we meet again.
そうか。でもまあ一回決着がつ
The
い
air
た
feels
なら
cooler.
いい
Still
ことで
waiting.
はあるよ
Going
ね。
down.
For what?
You
こっ
know.
ちも気になる。
For a decent meal, a warm bath.
こん
Gentlemen,
にちは。
I'm glad to see you out of that cell.
Did you get them?
I got them. The Eclipse are done. For good.
You hear that? She did our job for us. Again.
And survived to tell the tale, which we wouldn't have.
Thanks for believing me, Savior.
You were telling the truth.
See? At least someone around here listens to me.
そっか、兵士になったのか。よかった。いや、頼もしい背中です。ああ、そうかそうか。タラナは来てはくれないんだな。まあでもそれでちょっと思い出したけど、拠点の方にもね、だいぶその話、今のなんかびっくりマークみたいな話が増えてたから、ちょっとそれを最後聞いてみたいな。
Aloy,
はい
it's Eric. I ran into an Oseram caravan set up around a watering hole a little way south of our base. They're calling the place Camp Nowhere. Heard they had some trouble crossing into the west. Something about a collapsed tunnel.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. Good luck out there.
ありがとう。ちょうど帰るところだった。なんかどんどんクエストが増えていく。あー、なんかまた増えてるような気がする。植物とか。
Looks like I can open that door now.
あ、これ？
There's a lot of equipment in here.
おー。
Gaia, what was all this for?
This room was designed for management of the
出資バン
facility's
ク、
vast
植物
sea
系の施設か。
banks. From here, control center operatives would have monitored new crop rotations into the
そうなんだ。
automated farmlands, now known as Plainsong.
I see.
へ
I've been tackling the design of the Ag Lab. Place is gonna have a lot of seed stock to work with.
ー。626
My
年。
favorite? Sample 626. Calotropis gigantea. The crown flower. We used to have one in our backyard. Butterflies always fluttering around. Every morning, August would run out there to check under the leaves. See if any caterpillars turned into chrysalises. Now, I'd like to imagine that the future will be filled with them.
アコンの花か、どれかわからないからちょっと何とも言えないけど、多分
What's this?
復活はしてるだろうな。ちょっとサブペがあるんだよな。じゃあその前にバールと話そう
Hey,。got a sec?
Of course.
お、結構いっぱい話せる。
You brought up Rost before. I do think about him. You know, he was all I had. And he brought me up the best he could. Not only that, when Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me,
そうだね。あのシーンは結構ショッキングだった。
but that seems like ages ago. So much has happened since. What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The sacred lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him. Not with everything I have to do.
I understand. Sometimes when I think about my sister, about what she would have become if she had survived the proving, it hurts. And I just need to bury it for a while. But only for a while, Aloy. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back. The ones that matter, anyway.
I know. But for now, the mission has to come first.
Fair enough.
バールの妹も試練に参加して、でアーロイとちょっとだけ仲良くなったんだけど、次の日のエクリプス襲撃で死んでしまったんですよね。
It's hard to believe we're dealing with the original Zeniths. Same ones that left for Sirius a
子
thousand
孫
years
じゃなく
ago.
て張本人って
To
のが
live
やばいよ
on
ね。
for so long, it doesn't seem natural.
Because it's not.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding. Any chance we can use that against them?
Sylens made sure that wasn't an option.
Why would he build something to hurt Far's Zenith, yet allow them to capture you?
With Sylens, there's always an angle. We just don't know what it is yet.
そうなんだよな、不思議。
What do you make of this Tilda the Beta was talking about?
そう、
Well,
気
the
にな
way
っ
she
た。
described it, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something from Beta. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's clone? But whatever she wanted, I don't think she got it. If we knew what it was, maybe we could use it to our advantage somehow.
I don't know. I don't think Tilda and Elizabeth were on the best of terms.
Oh well. At least we can take some comfort in knowing the
それはそう、
Zeniths
確
don't
かに。
trust each other.
Maybe. How's training?
Discovering something new about our past every day. When we first met, you asked me if I ever wondered what this world looked like when the old ones lived here. I thought it was strange at the time, but a lot has changed since I left the Embrace. Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew and versus everything I know now.
The change is hard, but it gets easier over time. You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that time spent with the Zeniths. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when needed, like some sort of tool. Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed herself for the world, and yet they have no trouble treating Beta like a slave.
Another reason we have to stop them. I should get back out there.
We'll be here if you need us.
さあ。ああ、なるほどね。エレンドもあれか、ボードゲームをやってくれる感じだな。
It's everything all right? It seemed like you and Varl were down at that basement for a while.
Yeah, everything's fine, I guess.
Well, okay. What can I do for you?
How are things going around here?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girlfriend tried to kill me earlier.
What did you do?
I made one joke. About how they, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyway?
From the looks of it, the Utaru.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting her to be that fast.
Just try not to get hurt. I see someone's been playing Strike.
I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things.
You should try playing Katalo. It's a Tanakh game. Maybe you'll learn something.
Sure, Tanakh. Sure you won't try and kill me if I win?
Pretty sure. Do I smell ale?
I brought some over from Chain Scrape. With everything that's been going on, I thought we could all use a drink. Besides, there is nothing that brings people together like a good brew. That's what my sister always said, anyways. You're more than welcome to have some.
Maybe another time.
Do
I smell?
That's
Maybe another. You still sifting through loads of data?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's lots of words. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, pictures in it.
絵本とか読んだら楽しめそうだ
I
ね。
did find out about these holofilms.
ほ
Like images put together to tell a story. They were made to look like they were the real thing. The
映画かな？
Oseram-like shows. I bet they pay a lot of shards for those hollows.
It seems like you're getting a hang of this data thing.
Yeah, it's been helpful.
通信もしてくれたし
Make sense
ね
of。anything. I did find the old ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest of us.
お
Only
ー
they let machines serve the stuff.
ああ、
in
やっぱり
bars.
そこまで進んでたん
They
だ
even
な
let。the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table. That's half the fun. You won't see me letting a robot serve me a pitcher anytime soon.
どこに切れてんだよ。 ストライクで遊びたいけどちょっと動画外だな。
I should get going.
Back to reading, I guess. You be careful out there.
よし、ちょっと準備したら次のサブクエ行きますか。ここにずっと眠ってるね。このサブクエにね。